So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz dumping it off for Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackled by Jordan Willis. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. He sets to fire deep. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Underneath for Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And some space here. Finding room to the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
That's it, baby. Come on now.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
5 yards on the carry. A good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Flex round! Flex round! Hey, boys, got 4 down.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Underneath, this is Bernard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Back to throw, Dobbs. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
657.
Wentz now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone for good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Now Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Dobbs. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Dobbs is throwing. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. it on the toss. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing now is Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Wentz now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Wentz. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Breaks the tackle. Now with Allen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
He's going to get it running right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's got Kendrick West. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Well, a carry for Bernard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
This is taken at the 3. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Dobbs. On the screen, Bernard. Got some room at the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Again, here's Bernard. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Wentz now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go! 190! 190! Ohio! Ohio!
On 2nd down, Dobbs is going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut. And I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow, and this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Ohio! Ohio!
Out of the gun, Dobbs. And Green with a catch left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They pitch it out to Johnson. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Underneath for Johnson. 23 yards on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Back now in Cincinnati. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Logan. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw is Wentz. And he finds a man with a crossing route. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Going deep for Eifert. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10. Dobbs now on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Dumping it off for Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Dobbs. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Let's go.
David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And the man to bring him down was Cyrus Jones.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run. This is Bernard. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Brandon, this is a good spot in the field to go for it. A lot of coaches call this no man's land. A field goal is no sure thing, and neither is a punt.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Arizona, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another road date.